Welcome back to another episode of The Rip. We are officially in our fifth type of podcast recording space. And I mean, you know what they say in the lifeguard manuals, rips can be unpredictable. So we thought we would keep our audience guessing, and we also thought that we would keep challenging ourselves to find more spaces. Brent, welcome to our Zoom room.
I want to
How
complain. My
you?
chair doesn't swivel.
I know. I'm also like rotating here just on a static chair. It's not the same. Um, but I'm impressed with our tech skills. I think we really just shooting the lights out here. From where
No,
we
no,
from where we've been, we really like testing our limits, so it's good.
no one will ever know what we went through.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I think we are very keen to test this format out because it can definitely help us get some of our more global or gallivanting guests on the show. And it can also help us create some quicker content without always needing to go to our fancy swivel chair studio. We're not done with the fancy swivel chair studio. We'll definitely still be recording there, but
Thank
yeah, I
goodness.
think testing this out as another way to get our content out is where we're at. So bear with us while we keep you guys guessing. And I'll hand over to you, Brent. What is today's episode about?
Well, we welcome to the completely officially unofficial, official, mostly unscientific look back at the season, our winter award show. Next year there'll be trophies.
Yeah, no, I think next year we'll be on a stage. PricewaterhouseCoopers will probably have vetted the answers.
Uh, Only the
But yeah,
CTICC is available.
yeah, I think it's big enough. But yeah, I think this is a cool thing. Hand out some
Some
recognition
recognition.
and some kudos to athletes, clubs, and anyone else who kind of stood out during the cold months.
They suffered in the cold and now they deserve a prize, Christina. The ones that trained and
Exactly.
travelled and raced and mostly trained.
Yeah. No, I think there is some proper stalwarts there, and I think it's been cool seeing how I think seasons past. I definitely know when I was younger, you kind of said goodbye to all your life-saving buddies at the end of summer, and then you went off and did your winter sports. Um, and then yeah, you only kind of saw everyone again in October.
Yeah.
So it's been a good,
Some
yeah, with lots of war stories
round
from the rugby and hockey field.
some came back a little rounder than they left.
Yeah, yeah. No, suddenly the Malibu was not feeling as aerodynamic skipping across the water. But yeah, I think we are amped to go through some of our awards, and then afterwards we'll also just go through some previews of the summer season because it actually technically kind of kicked off this last weekend.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good stuff happening across the world in lifesaving. We'll focus on the Western Cape with a few other stories. But yeah, get ready for another RIP
Bumper
episode
season.
focused, yeah, and big season ahead. So let's get started with the awards. They were decided through a very rigorous process, more rigorous than some of Brent's training routines. Some voice notes, some discussions. We are the only people that took part in deciding these award winners, and you guys don't know where we live, so that's okay. But yeah, just a little bit of banter. I think Brent, you've got the first one you want to give out.
The first one, the best international beach performance. This guy ran so fast. He ran so far to try and escape his dad, who followed him all the way across the world. I don't blame him. Kaito Tahui winning the best international beach performance. He's spent his winter in Japan. learning some sushi skills and some new techniques. And he's come home with the under 18 flags sprints and sprint flags champion. And let's not forget, he's probably still 15 or 16 years old, and I think we can expect some big things from him in the future.
Yeah, no, Kaito really is making a name for himself at such a young age. If you think of the last 12 months, he made the final at World Champs in Australia as a 14-year-old. He then went and won gold at Aussies in flags. Then playing soccer, he got injured, so he couldn't compete at SA Champs. He did do the ski race, and I think he placed in the top 8. So he's a very diverse character. But then has gone to Japan and been training with Nishihama Lifesaving Club. And they have quite a lot of the Japanese national team with them. And his results 2 weekends ago in their junior nationals were insane. And I think he then also has made some finals for the senior nationals. So we're very excited to see him come back soon and jump into the rescue sport series.
I think he's got more passports and international medals than I have underwear at this stage.
Yeah, and I think it'll be quite cool. In November, he's going to New Zealand to race at the International Surf Rescue Challenge, but he'll be representing Japan. So there'll be some nice dicing between him and some of the South African team members. I wonder if they'll work together. I don't know. Maybe he's going to be too far ahead of him. So on this theme, the best international performance in the surf. So this goes to someone who we did actually talk about a couple of months ago when we were doing our kind of preview for the winter, and we knew that they were going over to Europe and they were going to be borrowing some craft from one of our clubbies who's in Australia, Anya Hocking. And so Levi Mays went over to France and then also down to Cornwall, and he raced in the World Ocean Series. And France, I think he kind of got stuck in and then kind of found his rhythm racing in the international shores there. And then by the time he got down to Cornwall, he absolutely destroyed. And he took the victory in the board race, the ski race, and the iron. If I remember correctly, and it was so cool being able to watch the full race clips. So yeah, Levi, huge kudos to you. I think one of the coolest moments was probably seeing when World Ocean Series then released their leaderboards ahead of the Aussie side of the season kicking off. He was sitting on top of the rankings for iron.
I hope you got a screenshot, Levi.
Yeah, and I think it was also cool. I saw that he got interviewed by the World Ocean Series team on like a mini podcast thing. So nice kind of visibility for him there. So yeah, really good performance overseas. I think that was epic. Best international pool performance. The winner of this award, they have been in Lifesaving, since they were 7 or 8. And now, they're in their second year of being a senior, based in Australia, but still racing for South Africa. Savannah Voigt wins Best International Pool Performance, because for those of us that were watching the Commonwealth Champs via live stream, that was in the complete middle of winter. Savannah put on such a good show. Ooh, that's your dog getting excited for Savannah.
You got a fan.
Yeah. What's your dog's name?
Savannah.
Savannah.
Odin.
Odin is Savannah's #1 fan club. Yeah, Sav put in some really good performances in the pool, continuing her kind of progress from SA Champs, where she was PBing in all of her major events. She went to the Commonwealth Champs and brought home quite a lot of silverware. I think what was so exciting to see is that a young athlete who had also been to that competition in as a youth member and had done nicely in team events was able to really like stand up now as an open athlete. And yeah, it's just, I think we'll never get tired of seeing people develop in the sport and like they've put in a lot of work,
Yeah,
and then
fine.
yeah, then they get their podium moments, and you know that yeah, they're going to keep going at it because they're just in such a good rhythm and routine. So yeah, well done, Sav. That was super good to see, and yeah, I think for those of us who were watching on the live stream, it helped make winter less miserable. Seeing I just remember I
Sovereign.
was watching with friends. Yeah, we were like up the coast and we were watching the live stream, but we were like huddled in blankets around a fire, and they were just parading around in their costumes looking a little bit tanned, and we were like quite
Bogus.
jealous. Okay, you on the next one.
Our next award, the best innovation in sport. I think we all know where this is going. The Winter Short Course Stillwater Series, Pool Rescue Series rather, of no burpees. I think if you're as fit as I am, everything's long course. But it kept I mean, there was some really cool innovation there, some really cool. The events were amazing. I think it brought a lot of competitors from masters to juniors to nippers. Everyone could have a go, and obviously it was open to non-lifesavers, which again I think exposed a lot to the sport. And I think it could. People travelled from all over to come compete, all over, as far as the Eastern Cape and as far as far as Fisher, all the way from Fisher. But I think yeah, that was really exciting, and I think we can look forward to some more innovation in our next off season.
Yeah. No, I think it was really cool to have seen something that was definitely just a discussion thrown around the pool deck, of like, oh, imagine what it would be like if we did this
Yeah,
as short course, and then a team just deciding to take it forward and deliver, and the community responded really well. I think one of the
fantastically.
best attended comps also had a bunch of the members from that Commonwealth tour come down and show their medals. I think we even saw Brent Shield getting on the blocks at one point. I
There's a
also got on the
photo.
blocks.
We were there.
We were there. We were testing it out. You can't say that we don't try and go and field test so that our reporting is authentic for our viewers. But yeah, it really kept the thread of lifesaving going through winter quite nicely, and I think also created some interesting. You're making quite a lot of noise, Brent. It made for
Always.
some interest. Yeah, it made for some interesting now like future discussions around, okay, so pool life saving is potentially something that could be done in winter, like how the Aussies do it. The schedule is forever something that's feeling hectic in summer, so I don't know where this is going to go, but at least we now have some data, and it's going to help maybe change the direction of the sport down the line. Yeah, on to my next award, the best life-saving content creator from winter. So this person works tirelessly at creating really good reels and really good posts, but I think more than that, you can tell that it's because they're really passionate about their sport. They love what they're doing and they want more people to love it. So the winner of this award is Kendra Dutoy, because as we are all in a very niche sport and niche movement, it's important for us to have athletes like Kendra who are actually showcasing what it's like to be in the sport and why they enjoy it, and encourage more people to join. She also recently won the Rescue Sport Series Content Creator Challenge, which was quite cool to see. But yeah, I think Kendra's set a nice rhythm of being consistent, showing lots of different types of content, and then it's inspiring loads more people to get involved. I'm suddenly seeing so many more athletes creating some good content. Brent, we're still waiting for some of yours to come out about your training hacks for masters lifeguards, building up into the season. We're all very excited for those to come through. But for now, Kendra wins the award.
Link in bio.
Link in bio. Yeah, your next one.
Our next award, the short course fastest thin swimmers. It's a tongue twister for me. It's basically pure underwater speed. I remember watching this, and I think my heat was first, and I thought, I smashed that. Spoiler alert, I did not smash that. So
Yeah, this was the event where it was just 50 underwater, right?
50-meter
And
underwater, well, 50-meter any which way with fins, but
yeah,
the fastest clearly being underwater. So our
yeah,
fastest
some of us
lady,
had to come up for
yeah,
it.
a little breather, a little bit. Our fastest lady, here she is again. Hopefully, there's a real Kendra du Toit. Our fastest men, one of the best, I think, stalwart athletes we have at the moment, Willem Besson. Fastest master men, Andries Kotzer. Our fastest master lady, and a CrossFit superstar, Michelle Moxley Lamprecht.
Yeah, see, I mean, you meant Andries is also like quite into his strength work. I think what's really cool with both those masters winners is I know they both did, well, they would have called it Stillwater when they were kids,
Yeah,
and now they're pool rescue people.
pool rescue
So it's
people.
very cool to see that, yeah, they just still staying in the movement and sport and loving it. Yeah, I think any tips from these people will be really welcomed, because I could only get maybe 60% of the way before I had to come up for a breath. So I need to work on something. How far did you get
Are you
in
breaking
this
up?
event? Oh, how far did you get in this event?
Wi-Fi signal must be terrible. I can't remember, but I
um,
don't know if I made it all the way. That
yeah,
probably means
no,
no.
it's a hectic one. Something we'll work on. I still think we got further than Clubby's Corner though.
Yeah, I think it's the race. It's a race. So
Yeah.
easy.
Okay, so best comeback of the winter doesn't go to an athlete in particular, but it goes to a club. And the winner of this award is Extreme Lifesaving Club. They are one of the OGs of pool rescue in the Western Cape, and they they've always been on the radar, especially since like pool rescue's been raised and had big membership. Then they've hit a bit of a quiet spell, but over this winter we saw them return with loads more members, some more nippers, quite a lot of open athletes, some returning athletes, previous Western Cape extreme reps. So that was really cool to see them getting stuck in. They've also promised that they will be getting into the beach events this summer. And yeah, I think in terms of things that make us very stoked in our sport and movement, it's seeing like your traditional clubs like
Yeah.
getting their numbers up again, racing again, because yeah, no one just wants the same 2-3 clubs on the blocks or on the start line. So yeah, kudos to Extreme, and we hope your momentum continues.
Okay,
Your next award, Brent.
next up, the name will make it obvious. The finally across the line award. The winners are Raal and Baltimore. I mean, after years of photo finishes, they've officially sealed the deal and tied the knot. It's two of Cape Town and South Africa's finest life-saving athletes, and yeah, we wish them well in a long, happy future.
Yeah, have you watched have they released the video yet of the wedding? It wasn't on Top Billing, but I think because that doesn't exist anymore. What's the show that
No,
Wild does? Expresso.
espresso,
Espresso.
espresso, double.
Yeah, I think they filmed it, which is so cool. Um,
Yeah, I think.
but yeah, so huge congrats to them. We everyone is very invested in this relationship, and we're now very stoked. And we look forward to seeing them racing this summer. And Mel will potentially be changing her live heats name now to Mel de Mornay, no longer Mel
Has a
Corbett.
has a ring to it.
Yeah. I don't know if she'll have her middle name in there though. That might only be reserved for certain people. Um, yeah, next award is Best Crossover Athlete Results. So this is for an athlete who did some racing in a non-life-saving event. And they went over to the canoe marathon champs. Jade Wilson had a huge paddle and got a bronze medal in the under 23 race. It was such an exciting race to watch. I watched it on the live stream, and super tactical. There was another one of our life-saving athletes, Saskia Hockley, also in the race. But Jade managed to hold on at critical moments and fought her way to get a bronze medal. Huge result. She returned to Lifesaving last season. And it's just really cool when you're seeing, yeah, people that you're racing with kind of on the weekend at a Lifesaving carnival go and like smash some international race in another sporting discipline. I think we've got quite a lot of crossover athletes in our sport, and it makes it, yeah, really special. And yeah, big well done to Jade, because I know she was training really hard for that result. Okay, your next one,
Next
Brent.
up, next up we have the biggest migration award, and the winner is Noosa Headlands in Australia. Much like the Scottish rugby team, is going to be a lot of South Africans popping up there. We just want to say thanks, a sarcastic thank you for taking some of our finest athletes this winter. We're going to miss them on the False Bay coast, but you know, South Africa always we're producing some generous exports. And to the clubby corner guys, I hope you aren't too bleak about it, and I'm sure you'll get over it.
We have for you. We have for you.
We are for you.
Okay, best team South Africa results. I think just in general, the team that went to the Commonwealth Championships, there were loads of records broken, and great results in both individual and team events. I think one of the better championships that the pool rescue athletes have had in many years. And nice to see so many people doing well across different divisions, because I think in the past sometimes like just one of the divisions has had a few standout stars, but in this case it seemed like there were loads just spread across the team. And I think, yeah, having a big result like that ultimately just is going to lift the rest of the sport. And I'm excited to see, yeah, I mean, going into next year with Worlds, how some of those selections are going to stack up, because yeah, suddenly you've got a lot more people who are pretty good at pool rescue, and getting into a world's team is flippin' tight with only 6 spots. So yeah, it was just a really cool, very proudly South Africa moment. I think we also did see it blew up on like outside of the life-saving circles in certain parts of social media. It was getting some attention. Um, and I think we might have touched on this on a previous episode, but someone, I mean, I can't remember who it was, but someone had shared a photo of the team on the podium, and they were like, "What can't South Africans do?" They even went and won like some life-saving medals. And then the comment section was pretty epic, because then you had people saying like, "I didn't even know there was a thing as life-saving, but of course South Africans would go and win."
Uh,
Yeah, so that was flipping cool. Um, Okay, our last award of the
Our
first
last award.
ever winter award or award show of the RIP, the winter edition.
Okay, the best kept secret. So the winner is Lifesaving South African. We've heard of Easter eggers in Marvel movies and horror movies, but it seems to be a massive Easter egger with the NBA making moves to Africa with the appearance of a basketball hoop and all the Blazer ceremony photos of the ISRC teams. I hope somebody made a slam dunk. Or, I mean, I'm not a media expert, Christina, but why didn't anybody make a slam dunk pun?
I know, like it.
Opportunity
Maybe it was
lost.
done. Maybe it was done in the room. I did ask. So for context, the photos from the Lifesaving South Africa Blazer ceremony, where the team was positioned, was directly below a basketball hoop. So there's a basketball hoop in every single photo of the prestigious team receiving their national blazers. Um,
Boom,
and
there
so
it
it looked,
is.
we should have had you emceeing it, because then I think a lot of those puns would have landed really well. I think people like Sam Mucker, I would have hoped someone like Sam Mucker would have used the opportunity to like try and fake a slam dunk, because he is around the same height as probably some of the NBA guys. But yeah, maybe there's something brewing there that we don't know. LSA could be working on something. Either way, yeah, it definitely made a few of us chuckle when we saw the photos. Not to take anything away from the
From
amazing moment of the athletes, but yeah, the basketball hoop got its 30 seconds of fame too. Okay, so that concludes the awards. As promised, next year we'll probably have physical awards. We'll try, keep innovating every single time. Maybe win our own innovation award down the
next
line.
year.
Yeah, not going to be rigged. But okay, so let's shift from looking in like back into winter, and now let's look ahead into summer, everyone's favorite season. And yeah, we had the Battle of the Bays this past weekend. It it's an event that used to be on the calendar in the past, not many times, but I think I can remember it being raced at Llandudno, and maybe once or twice in other beaches. And the Rescue Sport Series team thought it could be quite cool to do a pre-season event and host it at Muizenberg Beach. I've never competed at Muizenberg before. Brent, you said you have, right?
Back in
When
the
did you
day when
compete
it was
there?
when Castle
In
still sponsored us,
in
when beers were
in the
awards.
90s.
Uh,
No,
no,
not
don't
the
be silly.
90s. The
It was
2000s. The
2000.
2000s.
I think it was 2001 or 2002.
Okay, 2000, 2002. A young
I think
Brent
so,
Shield
2002.
competed at
Young Brent
Muizenberg.
Shield.
How did how did that comp go for you?
Went very well for me. That was personally a very good competition for me. But I think that beach just has so much like esteem and heritage with the huts, and I think obviously with relevance to the current season and the current landscape of lifesaving, so especially Western Cape, False Bay is coming back on the up. They've had a few lean years with just Jordan and his brother or Junga showing face. So I think in the greater scheme of things, it was a really nice. What's the word I'm looking for? I think it was a nice sign of things to come for the season.
Yeah, yeah. The racing was epic because there were waves. We didn't have a lot of waves this last summer, so it made a lot of there was board and board around board. It made those races quite exciting because the lead kept changing on the way out, on the way in. The cans were also in a wave break zone, so you couldn't just like casually paddle like along the back of the cans. You had to keep like checking sharp to see if a huge wave is going to come and smash you. But yeah, and I think the flags being done with the backdrop of the colorful huts is like visually just so beautiful. And there was also Surf Dash as an event, which I think Surf Dash, Llandudno has had Surf Dash as an event sometimes at like Waves for Women or 8 Man. They always make a random event up over there. And I think we've often done it at a club level, like a training. So it was really cool to see lifeguards racing a surf dash. You had a lot of beachies actually leading for like the first
For a
half of the
bit.
race. Javin was flying across the surf, and then he kind of got caught like halfway. And in some cases, yeah, and then the swimmers would kind of come around, but it was basically how, I mean, I did the race. It just felt like I was porpoising nonstop, which porpoising just also actually feels like you're doing burpees. So you just like constantly, and yeah, you only in one gear, and that's the fast gear, and there's no in the series. First pool event is actually kicking off this weekend, but we'll get into the schedule shortly. I think the other exciting announcement was that they confirmed that there would be one mixed event at every one of the smaller comps in the surf comps. So at Clifton, where there'll be beach relay, there'll be mixed beach relay again. At Milnerton, there'll be mixed taplin. And then at Fishhook, there'll be mixed double ski.
Oh, that's a classic.
And then, yeah, I think that there'll be maybe like a couple of love boats getting on the water there. Then maybe just some I know in our club there's like a dad and daughter duo that want to like race together, which will be quite cute. And yeah, I think it'll be quite an exciting race to watch. You're going to be getting in the double ski, I'm assuming.
Oh, we'll have to see about that.
Yeah, and I think other than that, there's Llandudno have Waves for Women. These are non-rescue sports series events. So Llandudno is hosting Waves for Women at the end of October. They've got Rescue Classic at the start of December, and then they've got 8 Man Classic in March. Always really enjoy those events. Yeah, the surf always turns on for Waves for Women, especially, which is always really cool. And then I think there's also Cape Champs again. I know, yeah, Milnerton, you guys go up to that every year. You love Cape Champs. What's your favorite Cape? No. Yeah. What's your favorite thing about Cape Champs?
Can I plead the fifth here? I have to plead the fifth. Protect my unstable name.
Yeah. And then SA Champs is in Quebec again. We love heading up there. And then IPT is going to Durban. Woo! They just reconfirmed it now. It's not an April Fool's joke. We are going back to Durban.
Get your shots now.
Yeah, get your shots now. Maybe we should get a health sponsor for the RIP, and then it can help lifeguards with sea pollution. Yeah, yeah.
Catcher on standby.
Yeah, Flip. I'll never forget how I was standing on the beach and someone was like, "Oh, look there, it's a boomslang." It's just the most like random sighting I've ever seen at a life-saving event. But yeah, IPT is going to Durban. I think the other interesting plot twist there is that that's in May, and the pool in Durban is only the pool that we normally race in is only opening in July. So I think athletes are just going to wait there until July to then race.
Maybe they know something we don't.
They'll just sit outside. No, I think, but they are coming up with a backup. And yeah, who knows? Maybe they end up doing short course, and then short course is a thing. Yeah,
basketball game.
there we go. But yeah, I think we have an action-packed summer, knowing also that then World Champs they've confirmed those dates. So those are November and December for 2026. Yeah, she's just looking at the calendar in general. I think I'm going to be spending close to 6 weeks in PE next year, which is a lot of time up there. What are you and regarding Worlds, are you planning on making a turnaround there?
I am planning to be there. I think because I'll be in that sweet position of the youngest person in an age group. Um, so if there's ever a chance to own a world title for me personally, I think that's going to be the time. That yeah, I think like everyone, we can't miss it. You can't miss it. We're hosting it. Yeah, I think let's all go get it. Let's all go get it.
Yeah. So I think it's quite cool that this summer is so action packed, because then everyone's going to get so much race experience and training, and then they'll be ready to peak for Worlds.
No
And especially
excuses.
if we have
There's
another
no excuses.
another good winter. Based on the calendar, what is your event that you're looking forward to the most? What's going to be the best one, do you reckon?
I think province champs always stands out because you can see who's in the running, who's going to win some national medals. 8-man classic is always a treat for the eyes. see some
Yeah.
and to see some shock juniors get manhandled and some shocking events. So that's always a treat. And then obviously Milnerton Beach, my home beach, on my birthday this year or next year.
No ways.
That's got to be a sign from someone.
Oh my
That was
word.
just
We're gonna get
that
the
was just
whole beach to
yeah.
sing.
That was just so I could throw my birthday in to collect presents.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm,
We'll have to
I'm a
tell Tommy to put it in the info pack for all the clubs.
yeah, I'm a size 11 in Nike. If that anybody needs the information.
Um, yeah. No, I think you're so right. Western Cape Surf Champs is always an absolute highlight. All the events over 2 days, everyone gets so wrecked, racing back to back. But it's such a good showcase, and it's going to be back at my home beach at Clifton, and I'm really excited to see that. I also am pretty amped for the Fisher Comp on the 7th of Feb, purely just because I think this double ski race is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
We just need to start working on finding some paddling partners. But and I think also the Western Cape Pool Champs at Belleville. Those will also be pretty lekker. I think Pool Rescue is really making some growth in
Waves.
our province, and there's been a lot of banter on the beach about people moving across. And I know the Rescue Sports Series is really trying to push more athletes to treat lifesaving like a dual sport and not just be so focused on surf. I think like Fisher posted their first ever pool rescue training reel over the weekend, showing that they are no longer now just a surf club and are going to get really stuck into pool, which is awesome to see. So I mean, if Fisher can be converted now,
Anyone
I think
can.
the floodgates are just going to open. And then we touched on it earlier with some of the migration of some athletes. We know that Noor Lombard and Savannah Voigt, they've been based in Australia already for two seasons at least, and they'll be racing in World Ocean Series and a lot of the different events down there. But two new people have shifted across that you mentioned. Caitlin Burkhardt and Levi Mays are racing for Noosa. And I've also heard that some other athletes are going to head over to Noosa specifically, just to get some more racing experience. which is really cool. What
We'll
do
keep an eye
you?
out there. No, we'll keep an eye out there, and I think good experience. Go learn from the best, and bring it back home, everybody. Go steal some information
Yeah,
and bring it back home to us.
exactly. Yeah, I think it's awesome that people are finding the means and ways to get over there. I think so many have gone over and tried, and it hasn't necessarily worked out. Um, and so it'll be really cool to see if more people can go and make a success of being based over there, and exactly how you say, then come back and share their knowledge, and hopefully not have too hectic of an Aussie accent to give to the nippers. Um, we also, coming up in November, there will be the ISRC down in New Zealand at Mount Manganui Beach. South Africa is sending South Africa is sending two teams. So they've got their normal national team and president's team. What do you we will do a special episode, I think, on ISRC, but what are you looking forward to seeing like in November with some of the athletes there?
I think, and I said it before, we at a stage. I don't think we've ever had this many world champions before in lifesaving. I
Mm.
mean, the last ones, I think we brought home a record medals. We had more world champions ever. So I'm really looking forward to them kind of exceeding expectations. I hope exceeding all of our expectations, bringing home some medals. And I know, particularly on the beach side, there's some really good athletes in that president's team. They could cause some upsets.
Mm. Yeah, no, I think you're right. There's a really good depth building in the South African ranks, and it's going to be cool to see. Yeah, and I think it's like that little rivalry within the rivalry is
Yeah,
the presidents versus the South African team. So yeah, we'll definitely do a special focus on that closer to the time. Um, and we did touch on it a little bit earlier. World champs are going to be in Quebec. And I think this is it was like a last minute switch because it was meant to be in Morocco, but apparently they didn't have their swimming pool ready. So Morocco are now keen to host the next one. So what will that be? 2028? Yeah. So maybe we'll all just go to Morocco in 2028. But yeah, I think this should be really cool. And hopefully clubs take advantage of this as being a really big draw card for getting people into their clubhouses and onto their beaches and into their pools. Because yeah, a world champs style event can really be a great calling card for getting people into the movement. And yeah, I know in the many various circles that I'm in, it's now quite a hot topic. Lots of masters are starting to like grease the joints and get the gears turning, and start work, yeah, and get their training ready because they need a slightly longer warm up. And other athletes, yeah, are definitely looking at it. I think national team caters to quite a small group in a sense. Like they're just like the top percentage of our sport. I think interclubs is definitely hopefully where we will see the biggest jump of a lot of our clubs getting stuck in. I know when we were in Australia, the interclubs competition was huge. There was like 160 people lining up for the men's board race. I don't know if we'll necessarily hit those exact numbers, but it will be really cool to see as many South African clubs getting athletes lined up for their interclubs team. I think you can have 10 athletes in a specific division. But yeah, I'm like really hopeful that this then kicks on nice momentum. And then we know that we've got how many years until then? We got 6 more years till the Olympics. So we can ride that wave all the way to Australia if we start now.
Yes, open.
It's a long board paddle.
It's a long battle.
but yeah, I think that'll be cool. I think one uh thing I wanted to just know from you is what are you looking forward to doing on the rip this season? Anything you have that you want to put out there? Any kind of shout out that you want, some
I
vision that
think
you want to self actualize?
I'm looking forward to doing some snippets from competitions, some snippets and interviews, and let's get some banter. I'm coming for everybody.
How's your kids? How's your wife? How's your husband?
What are you looking forward to,
um,
Christina?
yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward to Brent getting lots of snippets of competitions. No jokes. I'm also keen on getting some of the stories out of our athletes, some more of the like behind the scenes. Will be really cool. And then also, building out some more chapters interviews. Hopefully seeing if this recording format actually works, and
Yeah,
then we can and then we can really build it out.
the world's our oyster.
Hey, we can start interviewing lifeguards all over the show, like someone in Patagonia or so, someone in Myanmar. Like we can just ask you, well, how's it going over there?
Yeah.
But no, I think this is gonna be fun. I'm excited for When did we start? We started in Feb, so we haven't even done a full year yet. Um,
We're knocking on the door.
uh, we're getting there. I think we're gonna have a massive episode for our 1 year. Um, Definitely gotta plan something cool for that. Okay. I think that's a wrap on this week's show. And let's get it loaded up and see how it goes. Because if this works, I'll be very stoked.
There we go.
Well done, well done to all of
Zoom.
us.
Well done to Zoom. I mean to us.
Cool. We'll catch you soon.
Next
Chat
time.
soon.